Okay, so let's start talk about chapter 1054, the newest One Piece chapter, the Flaming Emperor. And obviously, this video gonna have spoilers. So if you don't have read the chapter yet, yeah, wait with it. Yeah, let's start. So we start in the beginning of the chapter with the fight between the Scabbards and Ryukuju, aka greenbull. And we now know what kind of devil fruit he used. It's called the forest to me. It's a Lugia devil fruit that he can control the forest. And I think this devil fruit is super cool. So he turned his whole body to tree, to woods and this kind of thing to fight against the scabbards. So he's a good description of Ryukuju's ability is compare him to Swamp Thing in DC Comics. He's very similar to that. He turned his whole body into forest to fight with that ability against his opponents. So they fight a bit. So we see Yamato, Momonosuke and the other ones fight against him. Then we come to see Shanks and the Red-Headed Pirates. And now we know that the Red-Headed Pirates was behind the taking of that devil fruit that Monkey Luffy have right now. And so we see that Shanks say that he's gonna reclaim the One Piece. So Shanks gonna be one of the bad guys in the near future. Probably because he's obviously the fruit was meant for him, but because Monkey Luffy in the first chapter in the beginning eat that fruit without knowing that devil fruit was so important that we know right now. So obviously Shanks is very angry over that, because that was meant for him, because there's a reason why. So reason why they attack that ship with that devil fruit, because the world government think that it was just a devil fruit that turned people to rubber, but that was a lie. That was the guard devil fruit. And yeah, so we see Shanks and he talks about it with Ben Beckman. And then we jump to the Flaming Emperor, Sabo, and the world government talks about Sabo and claim that Sabo have assassinated Cobra, Vivi's father, the king over Alabasta kingdom in that One Piece world. Alabasta, you can say, is like Egypt, like Egyptian. It's like Egypt, but in One Piece. So they talk, and obviously the guy I always forget the name of, the guy that kills Ace, the angry magma guy. I always forget. Anyways, I always forget his name. He is very angry, and he obviously say that he gonna bring fire and everywhere, and wherever they are, he will bring like a sea of fire to scorch them out, to take them out. So I think my favorite is the beginning in the chapter, obviously, because I really like Ryukuju's devil fruit, the forest devil fruit. But I have to say that his design is probably the most horrific, awful design that I've ever seen. I don't like. Obviously, every design in One Piece is perfect, obviously. So what I mean with this is that I don't like how he looks like. I don't mean that the sketching of him is bad, but just how he looks like. But his devil fruit is super cool. It's probably my yeah, it's my favorite. No, or yes, yeah. I have to say yes there. I have to say that the Rikuju's Lugia Devil Fruit is my favorite right now. Probably the forest devil fruit number 1 and number 2 are the ice Lugia, so ice and forest. So I have to say the forest devil fruit is probably the coolest Lugia devil fruit right now, for me anyways. Yeah, and so it's a very good chapter, and next week it looks like we're gonna get 2 chapters at the same time. If I read everything right, it looks like we're gonna get 2 chapters, and we'll probably continue on down with the fight between the Scabbards and Ryokuju. And I don't believe that Sabo kills Cobra. Obviously, I think that is just a setup from the world government to make them because world government and the revolutionary army are immortal enemies. They really hate each other. You can say that world government hates more the revolutionary army than they hate pirates in the world. So the main like the cat and dog syndrome is like the world government and the revolutionary army, and this kind of thing. So yeah, yeah, that's probably everything I really want to say about this chapter. It was really good. I really liked the chapter. Have lots of interesting things, lots of things that was revealed. For example, with Shanks, and that why he was the guy that takes that fruit. Then from that ship, obviously in the guard of that we see. Now I totally forget him, but he's the one. He's a fishman, and he later on joins Doflamingo, and he is the bull shark. And he's always have like a, and he fight against, I think in the Colosseum he fight against it's some character I totally forget name of, but the character Bartholomew fight against the guy that is a bull shark, a fish person, and that person is one of the guards on that ship that Shanks attack to take that fruit that later on Monkey Luffy eats, that turn him to that like the guard thing. So, and they also say with Sabo, Sabo is like the blood brother of Ace and Monkey Luffy, and obviously he takes that devil fruit, like the fire fruit, after Ace's death, because that devil fruit was on the price if in the Colosseum in the long time ago. Yeah. So obviously, I can promise you right now that obviously Sabo is not the guy that kills Cobra. Obviously, is not the guy. Obviously not, because the Revolutionary Army are not. Revolutionary Army are not evil in that way that they kill kings that have nothing to do with the celestial dragons. Their whole purpose with the Revolutionary Army is to destroy the celestial dragons. But it's a different chapter with Monkey D. Dragon. It's a different chapter because I think because of the popularity of Sabo, I think maybe there can be some kind of a faction split, that some of them, some characters will join him and he gonna be the new version of the Revolutionary Army, and then Monkey D. Dragon probably will be one of the bad guys in the future, because it's like a split. We're gonna get the gooder side of the Revolutionary Army on Sabo's side, and the other side is for Monkey D. Dragon. Obviously, I still believe the same thing, that Monkey D. Dragon is the same person as Rocky Sebek. I still gonna believe it too. I'm proven wrong in the manga. Yeah, so this is my review for chapter 1054, and yeah, it was a long break, but now they are back. Yeah.